Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Tales from the Trash Can. I'm SidsLight. You can catch me on Twitch, uploading videos here, or sometimes on podcasts with people like Coco Sports. But today, we're going to review Bad Samaritan. I hadn't even heard of this movie prior to 15 minutes before I watched it. And wow, what a movie. I was optimistic heading into it based off who the two lead actors were, that it would be a good movie on acting alone, and I wasn't wrong. The acting brought it up an entire point for me and what I would have rated it otherwise. With David Tennant of Doctor Who lineage playing the antagonist, opposite of protagonist Robert Sheehan, whom you may be familiar with from the Umbrella Academy where he plays Klaus, or The Misfits where he played Nathan, the two men didn't disappoint in the least. While Tales from the Trash Can is typically going to be focused on horror, I'd say this film leans more into thriller territory personally, but that's not a knock on it in the least. As for the plot, I'm going to try and avoid spoilers as usual, but the movie opens up introducing us to Sean Falco, a well-intentioned small criminal and hustler who's dating outside of his league if you ask his friends. Alongside his best mate, he's working as a valet with a bit of a burglary scam running. So basically what they'll do is they'll get really nice cars to go park, and one of them will cover while the other one drives that car to the person's house, goes in and steals things. Pretty shady shit, but that's what they do. When it's his turn, Falco ends up taking David Tennant's car and going to his home, finds this really big locked door, gets through the lock, and inside of it finds a woman chained up and with a gag in her mouth, and chained to the wall and straps in leather, all of it. And it's set up like an office and everything. It's real fucked. There's a camera in the corner. When he goes to start letting her go, she warns him that there's a camera up there and that he could check in at any time. It's not recording, but he could look. So to put everything back how it was and get the police. So he does. And he heads out and he goes back. He takes the car back. Tennant gets in the car. He's already on edge because it's taken them too long to get his car back at this point. But so this has Tennant a little bit questionable of everything. And from this point on, it becomes this game of cat and mouse. While Falco attempts to prove that there's a woman being held captive there, he's not only facing the main character of Tennant, basically evading the police by being super charming and rich, having alibis and planning for everything like some super genius. Sean Falco has a criminal background, and he isn't exactly the most upstanding citizen. And he's met with resistance every step of the way from the authorities, who just don't believe him. The only person that starts to believe him a little bit is an FBI agent later on. But I'll avoid spoiling it. Let's just say it delves deeply into the realm of this could happen feasibly. You know, this person existing, totally plausible. As for the acting, like I said at the start, the two lead actors are both phenomenally talented men in my opinion, and it was on full display throughout the film. You loathe the monster that Tennant plays and want to root for the underdog criminal character of Sean Falco, who shows some great range of emotion throughout the film. The acting alone in this movie brought it up another point for me. I can't say that enough. The acting was phenomenal between these two men. As far as effects go, my favorite part, this movie wasn't calling for a ton of it. There's some bodies as well as abrasions, physical marks, bruises, all that, and nothing major, really. There's a swollen eye at one point after some blunt trauma that's well done, but nothing to really write home about. I can't really say a lot about the effects because there weren't a ton of them, you know what I mean? At least not a ton of big effects, which is more what I would comment on. Overall, I would say Bad Samaritan warrants a watch if you're into real-world situations and thrillers. Personally, I'd rate the movie 4 out of 5 skulls, baby. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 skulls. I enjoyed it. I could see myself watching it again down the road once I've forgotten some of the details. I just don't know how good a movie it would be without the power of those two lead actors, but they made it into a quality flick. So 4 out of 5 skulls. I loved it. I thought it was a good movie. Hopefully you guys do too. Go ahead and let me know in the comments if there are any movies you guys want me to see, or if you guys enjoyed this one. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Peace out, everybody.